been a lot. Rigs is obviously a fairly big one as well. I guess it's hard from our point of view, especially the rigs type of thing, because it changes on a fairly regular basis, and the industry is you've got to buy in bulk, which is great. We're well suited, set up for that, but you know, if the stuff changes, you still got to sell the items. So that's been a really challenge for us over the last, especially probably over the last 2 years, especially with COVID, stuff like that. It's really been a struggle, but I guess it's you just got to keep in front of what's coming, what's in the industry. Talking to customers is a big one. You know, we can get very complacent in what we believe to be selling in the market if you're not talking to the guys with a ear to the ground as such, and knowing what's coming and what should be coming. I guess the suppliers as well, big one there. Then you can get left behind. So,
did you get left out with the whole DC cable thing? Did that affect you guys much?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think everyone got caught.
That's right, yeah.
Again, it's the same thing. We have to buy that stuff in bulk. It changes. What do you do? We're lucky we probably didn't get hurt as much as probably some people can, but it definitely affects your business a little bit. But that's the game we play in, unfortunately.
It is. Now the panels are getting bigger. We talked about that before. Have you had any feedback from installers about going, look, you know something, the upper limit, we don't want them to get too big, because once they go past that single person lift, they become...
Well, I've heard
one, isn't it?
Yeah, I have heard a couple of installers have that. I haven't heard a real bad feedback on it yet, but I have heard them say it's getting to a point where it is becoming very hard to lift these things, and eventually you have to have two guys, which I guess you are on some of these roofs. It's already a fairly dangerous thing to be on a slanted roof, and you've got a panel that's getting bigger and bigger. Where does it stop? Where does it become an OH&S issue?
Well, it's also, apart from OH&S, which is incredibly important, we're trying to encourage, say, women into this industry as well.
Totally
we
agree.
have one apprentice at Greenwood, and she's strong,
yeah.
but still lifting over 25 kilos for anyone is shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll rephrase that. Lifting over 25 kilos is really shit.
Yes. And look, I don't think anyone should be expected to do that either. Like I say, you want to encourage females into the industry, and I think that's a really, really good thing. And I am actually seeing a lot of females come into both the solar and electrical industry, which is great. But yeah, I guess it's something that possibly needs to be addressed. It probably is in the background, but...
The way I said the really big panels, we know some of those, like we use the Canadian at our floating solar array job.
Yes.
I think it's a 645, 35 kilos, I believe.
Yeah.
And you would only be really using them in the floating voltaic situation or ground mount. No way on a commercial roof.
No.
Because once you use a two-person lift, then that install material cost ratio completely changes.
Yeah.
It's not as good as what people think.
Correct, yeah.
So, and I think we all have to be aware of there's going to be a certain size where, especially on roofs, you go, no more. Unless you've got a system where they're installing the panels on the racking on the ground and then craning everything into position.
Well, and that might be the way it goes. Something, often technology changes with the requirements of the industry, so that could be where that heads, I guess. But yeah, don't know, it's an interesting one, and that's the whole space we're in. Things are changing and evolving, and the way power and what's going with the expense of it, solar, battery stuff is becoming a lot more important to the market and the world. So it's going to change, and it's
now GE inverters.
Yeah.
You guys do them, don't you?
We do GE, yes, they're one of our
I saw the stand today, and we were looking at, Andre and I were looking at the big one, the 12 maximum power point tracking one.
Oh.
That's pretty damn good. I'm pretty impressed with that. 12 trackers, two inputs each. If you can't design a system around that, you're an idiot. You should go away.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
What are you hoping to get out of this two-day event? Apart from, from a Greentech perspective, what about a personal perspective?
From personal, I just want to get around, see what products out there. There's, we have a lot of the suppliers coming and seeing you and showing us what. It's quite nice to just be able to walk around and have a gauge, sort of low-key gauge as well. You're not, you don't have to sell anything. You're not obligated to do anything. It's just really to have a look, see what's out there. a little bit of it's to do with mingling with customers.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. That was
Thank
good.
you.
I think we went okay.
There you go.
Thanks, mate.
Take
Cheers.
the shirt off.